Good afternoon. My name is Banky Olatosi. I am the MHA Program Director at the University of South Carolina's MHA program. Our program is located in the Norman J. Arnold School of Public Health. So we're in the School of Public Health, and we're in the Department of Health Services, Policy, and Management. Um, the mission of our program is to advance the provision of effective, efficient, and equitable health services by preparing individuals for positions in health services management, policy, public health programs, research, and education. And we serve South Carolina, but also attract students from throughout the United States and other countries. The MHA program has been in existence and been fully accredited since 1991 by CAMI, and we're also a full graduate member of the Association of University Programs in the Healthcare Administration, AUPHA. Um, our target audience drives the way we set up the program competencies that we have. We specifically target um, folks that are just coming out of school or with um, little to no experience in healthcare. So our graduates are typically being prepared for entry level jobs in the future. And so we have them set up, we've set the program up at that way to um, allow us to achieve our goals. And our vision really is to be a resource first to the state and then to other market areas. And our goal and our vision is to produce well-trained graduates that can assume or progress to leadership positions in health services, public health, and where needed, research or academic organizations. So we're set up in that format. Our program is a 58 credit program, and I will kind of share a little bit about our competencies and our competencies domain to give. So we have basically 5 domains in our competency areas, and we set those domains up again with the intent that it matches our graduates when they're leaving the program and they're prepared in that light. So we have the domains in communication and interpersonal effectiveness. This domain covers both the communication, written communication, and oral communication. And we're looking at the students being able to develop, synthesize, articulate information, ideas, move from information to insight, being able to listen effectively, respond to other ideas and thoughts, work well, and also be able to communicate non-verbally in a very professional way and also relate with other people. The second domain that we focus on is in the domain of critical thinking and analysis, and in and problem solving. And in this domain, our goals or our vision for the competencies that our students attain is that the students at the end is able to apply quantitative analytical tools, techniques, relevant to the industries, things like forecasting, regression analysis, economic analysis, also financial analysis, operational decision making, and problem solving tools to solve real world problems or take on real world problems. We also have a piece there that feeds into the domain that is related to population health and program planning, so that the student again is able to understand and apply quantitative data in terms of the population health and how that translates to decision making in the healthcare organization. The and that transitions into another domain that we have as a standout piece, which is population health improvement, public health, and community development. again, we're located in a School of Public Health, so this allows us to bring in the strengths of public health into our program and embed it into our program and develop the competencies in this area for our students. So they demonstrate not just the knowledge of population health, but its application in health service planning, resource utilization, resource use optimization, looking at things ranging from the social determinants of health, which is huge in public health, health disparities, and then how you can address this from the perspective of social responsibilities that healthcare organizations have. The fourth domain is a big one in our program. It's our management and leadership domain for our competency areas. And this is really focused on getting the student at the end of the program to be able to comprehend and apply almost a systems thinking like approach to healthcare management and decision making and problem solving, and demonstrating the personal leadership skills that are needed there, from professional values, ethics, stewardship of resources, to leverage in interpersonal relationships, and communicating the right way to achieve their goals. And then the fifth one that we have is professionalism and ethics, and we again focus on getting the students to understand the roots of ethical decision making, ethical behaviors as that relates to personal, professional, organizational ethics. So those are the 5 domain areas that we have in our program, and we use those domain areas and have competency levels for those domain areas. I'm going to stop here. 2, 1. And so the levels of competency attainment that we focus on in our program are basically 4 levels. One is cognition, where the student knows about the information and skill sets, knows what he or she does not know yet, and knows how he or she can learn how to become proficient in this. The next level is conceptual proficiency, and this is how the student demonstrates how to carry out the function, and then the students at this point should be able to conceptually articulate the steps for gaining the competency and knows how to seek the information needed. The third level is the execution proficiency, where the students demonstrate ability in the competencies by integrating the knowledge and skills and on a limited range of applications related to this domain. And the fourth level is adaptive proficiency, where the students is able to do the functions with confidence. Again, our competency levels are based off of our target audience, which is entry level. And so the way we set it up, our first semester courses have what we call the survey courses. So you have competency levels, basically level 1s and 2s in those courses, because again, there's a bit of cognition knowing, and then starting to understand conceptual proficiencies or achieve conceptual proficiencies at that point. As the student then progresses through the program, they start to hit the higher level competencies, which is almost a combination of what they started out with. So as a reminder, we admit, regardless of healthcare experience or no health experience, we have students that come in straight from undergraduates. We have students that have just worked 1 year or 2 years in the healthcare field. So it's a mix of those students, and we're really creating them for placements in entry level jobs. Some of the jobs that our students get after placements, they start roles like data analysts, business analysts, coordinators, program coordinators, different sets, but mostly entry-level positions. Sometimes, depending on the background of the student, in addition, they might be able to get a mid-level position, but typically most of them go into those entry-level positions. And so our competencies and the levels of the competencies we have basically reflect this. We continually monitor our competencies by bringing it before our alumni and our advisory board. Will provide us feedback on things that we should establish, things we should include, things we should look out for, and those translate to the way we kind of use that. Those translate and impact or influence what goes on in the curriculum directly. So for example, as part of our population health piece of our competency model, we've expanded that to also include population health and analytics into it, so that our students can get can be able to visualize a huge amount of data and present huge amount of data, drill down to the granular level and come back to the top. And we've done it because our advisory board looked at our models and said, well, this is things that we see that you could use to kind of make this better and more inclusive of the things that the industry is requiring. And this basically has helped us. The best way to know how well our competency model works is to look at our placement rates, and our placement rates based on Cammie's reporting that we gave Cammie for the past 3 years. We've been doing 100%, 96%, and currently 95% after the students graduate. We're not focused on creating mastery levels because, again, our target graduates are entry-level graduates. So those are the things we do. The faculty, adjunct faculty, and review this once every year when we do our curriculum retreats, just to see if we're still on board, and we all just refresh the competencies within ourselves to see if we're assessing it well, if we're doing well on top of all of those things. That's the introduction about our competency model, what we do here at the University of South Carolina, and how we continue the process going forward.